think, say, do. Everything comes from a thought. Then we talk about the thought, words around the thought, and then we act on it. Or that's what we should do. What I used to do a lot is act on the first two. I used to think a lot. I used to talk about things. Talk, but I never used to walk the walk, or not enough. And that came down from fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, being excluded, all that kind of stuff. But now I've come to appreciate something else. That despite how you feel, because I always know that feelings come from thoughts, and the feelings don't serve you or make you feel a certain way that you don't like, then that's wrong thought. And when I mean wrong thought, it's thoughts that put you in a place of fear, place of lack, place of scarcity. And I've been there quite a few times. And I continue to visit that place. I do. It happens every now and then. It catches up with me. And when that happens, I know there's something else going on. If an old story barges in and it's playing in the forefront of my mind, it's because I have allowed it in because of something else. And so that gives me the opportunity to sit with it, if you like, and then look what that is. But now I know I will act despite how I feel, and sometimes, some days, I really don't want to. That feeling inside, and I think, but it's only a feeling. It only means something if you act on the feeling. And if you don't, if you act despite the feeling, then you move forwards. And when I discovered that, that's when I started practicing it. And I don't always get it right. Sometimes I screw up royally, I really do. But I believe there's always some kind of struggle or some kind of challenge or some thing that comes up that challenges people. I do not believe that everyone is perfect, because that doesn't exist. Even my coaches, I was listening to my coach's Cliff today, and I love how he puts things very succinct. But he makes perfect sense because it resonates with me. That's what happens to me. The things he describes as happening with him, even though he's successful and very good at what he does, he still has those moments. Everybody does. My mentor Jeff Thompson always said he was on his path and things cropped up and he did things, despite knowing it, because we're only human. So I was thinking today, what if we turned up unfiltered, removing the filter? Because I think we use that this consciousness, that perception based on our old past stories as a filter. And that's why you can look at the same thing as somebody else, but someone have a completely different story around it. So I think remove the filters. Start fully expressing who you are. Don't put a filter on to become someone else just because you think it'll suit somebody else. And that before as well. And every time I do, even now, I feel it. I'm more aware of it. And so I try not to do it, but I know it's a process because I've got that many stories in all my 45 years on this planet. So things will come up. And it's for me to recognize them and work them out. You know what I mean? So, express how you feel. Fully express. Don't hold back. I'm not talking about being tactless. Be tactful, but be the real you. Don't try to be what you think you should be. Because when you start thinking like that, you're trying to act like what other people expect you to be. And if that's not who you are, then why do it? I know it's judgment. I know it's this whole rejection thing. But once you truly know who you are and accept who you are, and realize that you are enough and you're worthy, and again, awareness is the first thing. Awareness precedes change. Then you can work on it. And every time it comes up, you can recognize it and move forwards. And it will come up. It will come up. But if you express your truth, if you express your essence, the true version of you, the person, not all the excess stuff that we add in, just the version of you, and you express from a place of love. Now, I talk about love, and when people used to talk to me about that, not even 5-6 years ago, made me prickly and uncomfortable. And here's the crazy thing: we're all born out of love. We know nothing else but love. If you look at your kids, they just want to love you, don't they? They hug you and everything else. And my son's still like, he's 12. He's such a great kid. We learn hate. We learn fear. We learn all of that. It's a learned response. And so if we feel that, then we've learned it from somewhere. So we can unlearn it. And when you come from love, now I feel warmth and embrace. And I know that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. But I'm cool with that. Because it's not about them, it's about me. So, remove your filters. That's what I do. Remove my filters as much as possible. And if I'm not, I'm reminded of that. If I don't realise that, my wife reminds me of that. Because she knows who I truly am. And I'm working on that every day to be that person. And I accept there could be days when it's going to be more challenging than others. But if I start acting on my beliefs and my core values, then I know I'll always be in the right place. Thanks for watching. Till tomorrow. Catch you later, guys. See you later.